Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, I got my list, guys. My list is like 3 pages, and then I got my mama's phone. And this video is actually a request from my sweet friend and subscriber, Linz. Several weeks ago, maybe, definitely over a month ago, I'm pretty sure, she requested for me to do book recommendations based on the season. And I wanted to make this a series on my channel and call it Books by the Season. But I'm doing a little twist because since I've not read a whole lot of seasonal books, I've read more springy summer books than I have like fall winter books. And so what I want to do to kickstart this was to get a video out there of like the 1 or 2 books that are clean or Christian that I have read, let y'all know those. And then I went to my Instagram and asked my friends on there what their favorite winter or Christmas books are, what's their #1 rec, and I have those. And then I went and I just did some research. I looked at authors I love, other Christian authors that, most of these are Christian, some are just clean, but you know, I looked at other Christian authors, what Christmas books did they have, winter books. I read about them, so I did a lot of research for this video. And what I plan on doing is starting and reading through some of these, and maybe either by the end of the winter and Christmas season, I can do a big books by the season winter and Christmas edition wrap up and let you know which ones from this pile that I read for this year, which ones that I recommend from this TBR, and that way people have a bunch of different recs to go from, and then they'll see the ones that I read this year and we can just reference back to it. I hope that doesn't sound confusing. It made a lot of sense in my head, but maybe I'm not articulating it well enough. But yeah, so I'm going to go through them and I'm going to read the descriptions for each, and then there's something for everybody in this video. There's like a mystery, there's just, you know, a winter fiction read, there's Christmas, there's inspirational fiction, there's romance. So really, there's something for everyone in this. So let's go ahead and get started. I got my list, guys. The first one is recs from my Instagram followers. And the first one was A Cross-Country Christmas by Courtney Walsh. And I don't own any of these, y'all, so I'll have them up here on the screen. And the 2 people that recommended that one was Adventures in Paper and Hannah K. Reads, and they are both bookstagrammers. And they're so sweet. They have really good taste in books. And this is a description on A Cross-Country Christmas. Lauren Richmond isn't a fan of Christmas, which is why she rarely makes the trip home to the Midwest for the holidays. After all, she has plenty to keep her busy, namely her duties as a set director on a TV sitcom. But this December, Lauren's brother and his wife are expecting a baby, so her brother arranges a ride home for her with his good friend, Will. Unfortunately for Lauren, she's been trying to forget college baseball coach and childhood crush, Will Sinclair, for more than 10 years. Now, thanks to her fear of flying, she's stuck in a car with him from California to Illinois. She's circumspect and organized. He's flirty and spontaneous. She's convinced that people don't change. He's trying to prove to her and himself that he has. On this cross-country road trip, they'll both discover that history doesn't exactly repeat itself, but like any good Christmas carol, it does have a second verse. Guys, that sounds so cute. And honestly, for some of these I have seen around, but I've never actually went and read the descriptions of these, so I'm listening to these descriptions with y'all. That sounds really cute. Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, the next one, I had to put my glasses on because I'm trying to juggle 2 things. But the next one is A Quilt for Christmas by Melody Carlson. And book lover Amanda loved this book, and I actually saw her review on it, and this one sounds very good. I think also, I didn't write it down, but I'm almost positive Hannah K. Reads said anything by Melody Carlson, so there's that. And the description is, Christmas should be celebrated with family, but for Vera Swanson, that's not an option this year. Widowed and recently relocated, she is lonely in her condo for one. Until little Fiona Albright knocks on her door needing help. With her mother seriously ill and her father out of town, Fiona enlists Vera's help. And when she finds out her new neighbor is a quilter, she has a special request, a Christmas quilt for Mama. Vera will have to get a ragtag group of women together in order to fulfill the request between free-spirited artist Tasha, chatty, empty nester Beverly, retired therapist Eleanor, and herself. Vera has hopes that Christmas for the Albright family will be merry after all, and she may find herself a new family or friends along the way. Best-selling and award-winning author Melody Carlson invites you to cuddle up this holiday season with this cozy story of giving, forgiving, and a little bit of romance. Guys, oh, see, I just think that sounds so good. Oh my gosh. I think that sounds really good, and honestly, it might be a tearjerker. The next one is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox, and Hannah K. Reeds also recommended this one, so let me get that one pulled up. The description for this one is a feel-good holiday-themed romantic comedy about identical twins who switch lives in the days leading up to Christmas. Perfect for fans of Christina Lauren's In a Holidays and Josie Silver's One Day in December. All they want for Christmas is a different life. When Chef Charlie Goodwin gets hit on the head on the LA set of her reality baking show, she loses a lot more than consciousness. She also loses her ability to taste and smell, both critical to her success as show judge. Meanwhile, Charlie's identical twin, Cass, is frantically trying to hold her own life together back in their quaint mountain hometown while running their family's bustling bakery and dealing with her ex, who won't get the memo that they're over. With only days until Christmas, a desperate Charlie asks Cass to do something they haven't done since they were kids: switch places. Looking for her own escape from reality, Cass agrees, but temporarily trading lives proves more complicated than they'd imagined, especially when rugged firefighter Jake Greenman and gorgeous physician's assistant Miguel Rodriguez are thrown into the mix. Will the twins' identity swap be a recipe for disaster, or does it have the right ingredients for getting their lives back on track? Okay, now this one's just like a romantic comedy. It's not Christian, and I recently saw that Oshina read this as well, along with Hannah K. Reeds, and I do think that sounds really cute. I love the whole idea of twins switching places and all that, and I love things with bakeries because my dream is to own a bakery someday. Like, that would be my dream, to have a bookshop and a bakery all in one. Like, that's the dream. The next one is Catching Christmas by Terry Blackstock, and Miss Oshina Gotta Read 'Em All recommended this one. This year, Christmas comes just in time as a first-year law associate, Sydney Batson, knows she will be updating her resume by New Year's if she loses her current court case. So when her grandmother gets inexplicably ill while she's in court, Sydney arranges for a cab to get her to the clinic. The last thing cab driver Finn Parrish wants is to be saddled with a wheelchair-bound old lady with dementia. But because Miss Callie reminds him of his own mother, whom he failed miserably in her last days, he can't say no to when she keeps calling him for rides. Once a successful gourmet chef, Finn's biggest concern now is making his rent, but half the time Callie doesn't remember to pay him. And as she starts to feel better, she leads him on a wild goose chase to find a Christmas date for her granddaughter. When Finn meets Sydney, he's quite sure that she's never needed help finding a date. Does Miss Callie have an ulterior motive, or is this just a mission driven by delusions? He's willing to do whatever he can to help fulfill Callie's Christmas wish. He just never expected to be a vital part of it. Guys, this sounds so cute to me. Also, I don't know, it will probably make me teary because my precious grandma has dementia, and I don't know, that might be a tearjerker for me. It sounds really good though. Let's see, our next one down here is Under the Texas Mistletoe by Karen Whittemire, and Hannah Beth Books recommended that on Bookstagram. Okay, Under the Texas Mistletoe, a trio of Christmas historical romance novellas. Spend Christmas in Texas this year with these charming holiday novellas from best-selling historical romance author Karen Wedemeyer, whose writing is spiced with signature blend of humor, thrilling frontier action, and sweet romance. In this 3-in-1 novella, Wedemeyer presents the new story, a Texas Christmas Carol, where a town's wealthy Scrooge-like bachelor finds his world invaded by a woman set on earning his donation for helping the local poor, and the penetrating questions of 3 mysterious visitors. It also includes the first time in print, An Archer Family Christmas. When the Archer clan gathers for the holiday, they encounter an unexpected request for help that will require all their effort and a Christmas miracle to see them through. In previously published Gift of the Heart, a widow uses the family brooch as collateral for a loan from the local resort owner, but the more she comes to know the man behind the stern businessman, the more she hopes for a second chance at love this Christmas. So cool. So it's basically three little novellas in one. Oh, that sounds so good. And it's historical romance. So, you know how I am about historical, y'all. It just depends on the content and all that, but that sounds very cute. All right, the next one is The Mistletoe Countess by Pepper Basham, and I'm actually going to buddy read this in November, so next month, with Bethany Brings Books, and she has read it before, but I have not, and I have heard amazing things about this one. So let me get it looked up here, and we'll tell you what it's about. Will the magic of Christmas bring these two newlyweds closer together, or will the ghosts of the past lead them into a destructive discovery from which not even a Dickens Christmas can save them? Mistletoe is beautiful and dangerous, much like the woman from Lord Frederick's Percy's past. So when he turns over a new leaf and arranges to marry for his estate instead of his heart, he never expects the wrong bride to be the right choice. Gracelyn Ferguson never expected to take her elder sister's place as a Christmas bride, but when she's thrust into the choice, she will trust in her faithful novels and over-attractive imagination to help her not only win Frederick's heart, but also to solve the murder mystery of Havensbrook Hall before the ghosts from Frederick's past ruin her fairy tale future. Ooh, a little mystery put in there, y'all. I can't wait to buddy read this with Bethany. I'm so excited. The next one is Love Finds You in Snowball, Arkansas by Sandra Bricker, and Bookworm Girl Bethany suggested this one. Okay, this one's really long, so I'm just going to read about part of it. But yeah, I'll show you here if you want to pause it and maybe read it. Love finds you in Snowball, Arkansas. So what if she can't hook a fish? This city girl has a plan to snag something else, and his name is Justin. Lucy Binoche is reasonably attractive, intelligent, and fit. She has French lineage and better than average hair. So why is she nearly 30 and still single? Girl, me too. Justin Gerard is her rugged hottie, new to her church's single group. When he signs up for a camping trip in the Ozarks, Lucy loses no time writing her name on the line beneath his. There's only one problem. Lucy's idea of, quote, roughing, end quote, is suffering through a long line of Starbucks. She assumes she can rely on the grace of God and the assistance of her friend to get through. But at the campsite in Snowball, Arkansas, Lucy bungles everything. Bungles? Bungles? What is this word? What? Lucy bungles everything she attempts as she tries to impress Justin. I don't think I've ever heard that word. She can't fish, hike, or ride a horse. Caves make her hyperventilate, and hot air balloons make her ill. Soon, events at Snowball are snowballing out of control. It sounds a little chaotic. Or maybe I just feel chaotic reading it. Okay, so there you go. So she's trying to be a country girl, and she's very much not. So that could be a fun one. All right, y'all. The next one is Wrecked by Ella on Bookstagram. She had so many. She gave so many recs, but the one I picked out from her is Midwinter Murder by Agatha Christie. And I know I got some Agatha Christie lovers on my channel, so I wanted to include that. Let's look her up and see what she's about. An all-new collection of winter-themed stories from the Queen of Mystery, just in time for the holidays, including the original version of Christmas Adventure, never before released in the United States. There's a chill in the air and the days are growing shorter. It's the perfect time to curl up in the front of a crackling fire with these wintry whodunits from the legendary Agatha Christie. But beware of deadly snowdrifts and dangerous gifts, poisoned meals and mysterious guests. The chilling compendium of short stories, some featuring beloved detectives Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple, is an essential omnibus for Christie fans and the perfect holiday gift for mystery lovers. And it says, includes the story, Three Blind Mice, The Chocolate Box, A Christmas Tragedy, The Coming of Mr. Quinn, the Clergyman's Daughter, The Plymouth Express, Problem at Polynesia Bay, Sanctuary, The Mystery of Hunter's Lodge, The World's End, The Manhood of Edward Robertson, and Christmas Adventure. So it sounds like a lot. It sounds like it's just like got all this just big collection of some of her stories. So yeah, there's that. And let's see, that was it for all my Instagram friends recs for winter and Christmas reads. The next ones are just the two that I've read. And you might have heard me talk about this one. I can't say that it is directly set in winter. I think it's like around fall and goes into winter. I could be totally wrong on that, but it just gives me winter vibes when I read it. I don't know why, but it just, the town of Ansel just gave me the wintry vibe with what was going on. Whose Waves These Are by Amanda Dykes. I buddy read this, oh gosh, when did I buddy read that? Was it August? I don't know. I buddy read that with Tay and Miriam, and I loved it. It was a 4-star. It is very emotional. It was very emotional for me. It was very emotional for me and Miriam. Taylor did not cry, but me and Miriam basically cried from chapter 17 and on. It's really good, and I love the whole eclectic town of Ansel. And the other one that I've read is The Bridge by Karen Kingsbury. That is the only Karen Kingsbury book that I've ever read, and I'll put it up here. I don't own it anymore. It's cute. I'm pretty positive it's a Hallmark movie. Yeah, I think there might be 2. The first one and the second one. But it's just a cute little Christmas romance. So yeah, if you like Karen Kingsbury, you kind of like the Hallmark vibe. It's not super cheesy. And actually, the premise is pretty cute. It's about, like, these two people meet in this bookstore. And the bookstore is called The Bridge. And they're both, you know, going through different things in life. They end up becoming friends and leaning on each other. And they both come from very different worlds. And I think it's based in Nashville. So he's like aspiring to be a country music artist, and she might be trying to become a lawyer, but it's not really what she wants to be, if I remember correctly. Don't hold me to it. But yeah, it's pretty cute, so if you want something light, quick read, I would pick that one up. So all these next ones are ones that I researched and I thought sounded really cute. And yeah, we'll get into it. The first one is Wildflowers from Winter by Katie Ganshert, and I have heard of, actually, I don't think I heard Oceana's review on this book, but I saw it on Goodreads, and I think a couple people that I follow have read it, and I just love Katie Ganshert's writing. Like the winter, grief has a season. Life returns with the spring. A young architect at a prestigious Chicago firm, Bethany Quinn has built the life she dreamed of during her teen years in a trailer park. An unexpected interruption from her estranged mother reveals that tragedy has struck in her hometown, and reluctant, Bethany is called back to rural Iowa. Determined to pay her respects to her past while avoiding any emotional entanglements, she vows not to stay long, but the unexpected inheritance of 500 acres of farmland and a startling turn of events in Chicago forces Bethany to come up with a new plan. Handsome farmhand Evan Price has taken care of the Quinn farm for years. When Bethany has left the land, Evan must fight her decisions to realize his dreams. But even as he disagrees with Bethany's vision, Evan feels drawn to her and the pain she keeps so carefully locked away. I think that sounds good. Katie Gansher writes super good, just Christian faith, and I'm excited to read it. I think it's the only other one out of like her Christian fiction romance little 3 or 4 that I've heard of that I haven't read yet. So I'm really excited to check it out. The next one is Finding Father Christmas by Robin Jones Gunn. And I have seen the Hallmark movie for this one. There's like 3 or 4 movies and 3 or 4 books in this little Finding Father Christmas series by her. Guys, I'm a big fan of Robin. Love the Christy Miller series, the Sierra Jensen series. I just love Robin. She is just faith so genuinely. So I would love to read the book. The movies are pretty cute. Yeah, let's see what the book has to say. Best-selling author Robin Jones Gunn brings readers a poignant Christmas novella about a woman desperate for a place to belong who finds herself in London a few days before Christmas, looking for the father she never knew. In Finding Father Christmas, Miranda Carson's search for her father takes a turn she never expected when she finds herself in London with only a few feeble clues to who he might be. Unexpectedly welcomed into the family that doesn't recognize her and whom she's quickly coming to love, she faces a terrible decision. Should she reveal her true identity and destroy their idyllic image of her father, or should she carry the truth home with her to San Francisco and remain alone in this world? Whatever choice she makes during this London Christmas will forever change the future for both herself and the family she can't bear to leave. Robin Jones Gunn brilliantly combines lyrical writing and unforgettable characters to craft a story of longing and belonging that will stay with readers long after they close the pages of this book. Oh, I just love Robin, and she's like lyrical. Robin just is so beautiful. It's very easy to understand, but she's so beautiful with the way she writes, and just, it's almost graceful. And that might sound like, it's so dramatic of me to say, like, ooh, she writes gracefully, but she does, and I love the way Robin writes. If you want to check that out, and it sounds actually quite different from the movie. I don't think it was based in London in the movie and stuff, and I've always wanted to go to Europe and visit London. Guys, I've never flown in my life. Yeah, that sounds super fun, especially with it being like in London and things like that. The next one is Cinder Nanny by Sarah Wilson, and I'm pretty positive Sarah Wilson is just a clean romantic rom-com author. And I love the cover of this, by the way. What could come between a nanny, and an earl in a fairy tale love story? A reality check. In an endearing and witty romance by Sarah Wilson, the best-selling author of Roommate, with her sister's medical bills mounting, Diana Parker can't say no to a high-paying opportunity like this. Accompanying a wealthy couple to Aspen and nanny their precocious 5-year-old son for 3 months. Necessary qualifications: she must know how to ski, teach math, speak fluent French, excel at social graces, and hold a master's degree in childhood development. Who'll be the wiser that Diana's only skill is packing for Colorado? So far, so good. Having a con woman for a mother has turned out to be a benefit, even if Diana has complicated feelings about telling lies. But she's doing this for her sister, and the perks like a ticket to a lavish charity fundraiser, a new gown, and a Prince Charming, adjacent Earl named Griffin Windsor, are pretty irresistible. Diana can't deny the Cinderella vibe. Wary of gold diggers and scandal, England's most eligible bachelor is nevertheless falling for Diana and sweeping the not-quite princess off her feet. I think that sounds so cute. Guys, I just am a sucker for romance, okay? I just am. I'm a romance girl, and I have no shame in it. I love romance. All right, the next one is Have Yourself a Christensen Christmas. and that is Susan May Warren, and she wrote the Christensen family series. I have it tucked away back here. I have the whole series except for 2 of them, and I've only read the first one, but the Christensen family series is curated of, how many Christensen kids are there? 6 or 8 of them, and it's just this big family, and each book is about each of the children, and it's all about their love stories. So this one is a little Christmas novella by Susan May Warren, and Susan May Warren, I really love the way that she writes relationships, and she also writes dialogue really good. Please Come Home for Christmas. It's Christmas in the winter wonderland town of Deep Haven, and the Christensen kids are all heading home for the holidays, but no one feels very merry. Oh wait, guys, should I not say this? I thought this was a standalone. Wait, I don't think I should read it, because it's talking about people's lives. Okay, I'm not going to read the description to this one. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, the Christensen Christmas. If y'all have read the Christensen series, let me know below. Let me know which one was your favorite book out of the series. I'd love to know. I love the first one about Derek, so I think Tiger is so cute. The next 2 are by Terry Ferris. They're both standalone novellas. I did look because it looked like that they were a part of a series she has, but it said they were standalones, and it seemed to me that you did not have to read the other books in order to read these. So the first one is While It Was Snowing, and the second one is Upon a Midnight Snow. So we'll look up While It Was Snowing. And guys, I looked into some more of her books because she is a Christian romance author, and she seemed to has really good reviews on Goodreads, and her books, like the few that I looked more into other than these Christmas ones, sounded really interesting. I had never heard of her, and yeah, I'm all about finding a new Christian romance author. I really, really want to read some of her books. Okay, so While It Was Snowing says, return to heritage with this heartwarming Christmas novella. Had Danielle known that delivering a message would land her holding a bouquet of red roses and wearing the first dress of her life, she would not have volunteered. Danielle Fair has been working at her dad's mechanic shop since she could talk, and she loves fixing cars. To everyone at the garage, she's just Dan, one of the guys, and that's fine by her. After all, without sisters or a mother, Danielle is lost when it comes to girly stuff. However, when she is forced to embrace her inner girly girl at Nate and Olivia's winter wedding, her makeover wakes up not just the attention of guys she works with, but also the one man she has secretly loved for some time, her best friend. Sometimes I don't always love to read the back of the books. I kind of like to go in blind. As long as I know, it's like a clean Christian book, I'll just kind of go into it blind. And that's what I like. But I also wanted to read the descriptions for y'all because I thought it would just make it a little bit easier to know if it's something that sounded good to y'all or not. Alright, Upon a Midnight Snow. Can a return home find the answers they are both searching for? Interior design student Ellie Matthews has escaped to New York, leaving behind her small town of heritage, and most importantly, the boy who almost derailed her dreams, Cade Paxton. Sure, she's excited to return home for Christmas, but she's fixed her gaze on her future, even when her sister, Olivia, begs her to plan the annual Heritage Christmas Ball. And then her partner in planning shows up, wannabe painter, current mechanic Cade Paxton. Can't believe the girl who walked out of his life is back, and that in order to keep his promise to his aunt, he'll have to actually work with her. The last thing he's going to do is let Ellie break his heart all over again. But with the opportunity to showcase his paintings, this might be his one chance to grab a hold of his dreams. Drama. Oh, I just think it sounds so good. I don't know, these stories by Terry Ferris sound so good. Like, I kind of want to derail my TBR right now and just start reading her books on Kindle Unlimited. And the covers for her books, I think, look so precious. Alright, y'all, the next one is Christmas in Mistletoe Square. And this one, it has multiple authors. It's a Christmas romance novella collection. It's by Pepper Basham, Kara C. Putman, Teresa Tossinger. Christmas is in the air in Kedgwick Creek, North Carolina, at the foot of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Will romance find 4 couples in the months of December, or will the pressure to keep the festivities Mistletoe Square is known for keep these couples apart? Find out in this collection of 4 novellas from inspirational authors. The Christmas Clue to Finding You by Pepper Basham. After 5 years away, Piper Dawson returns to home at Kedgwick Creek and is pulled into Christmas scavenger hunt. And Silver Bell Secrets by Kara Putman. Growing up with dyslexia, Avery Blair didn't love books, but the family-owned bookshop held her heart. She never expected her little business on the backside of nowhere to garner a New York City publishing house's attention. And then the next one is An Unscripted Christmas by Teresa Tossinger. Ellie and Oliver Larson face a Christmas full of uncertainty rather than festive cheer. Ellie is tired of playing a supportive role to Oliver's passion of running the Kedgwick Creek Playhouse. Oliver can't imagine his life without her. When things go off script, will their love story find its second act? So that's just a little description of each of the books. So I think the one with the little bookshop sounds really good. The next one is The Seaside Wonder, number 2 in the Mur Harbor series by Melissa Tagg. Now, I am reading Autumn by the Sea right now, which is the first book in that series. I love it, guys. It is definitely going to be a favorite of this year. I already know. I have like 100 pages left, if that. Around 100 pages left. I am going to finish it after filming this. I cannot wait. I'm reading it right now with Bethany Brings Books. She already finished it. Guys, all I gotta say is one word. Neil. I'm not gonna read the description for this one. This one is more based in wintertime, I think, where the first one is obviously in autumn. So, and it just came out to The Seaside Wonder. So, I'm just not going to read it. I don't want anything spoiled. Then the last one is Enchanted, A Christmas Collection. Hold on, y'all. Enchanted, A Christmas Collection, 3 Small Town Novellas by Melissa Tagg. I'm loving Melissa Tagg in this book. Her writing is captivating. Her characters are fun. Guys, I can't tell you how many times I've smiled and giggled at this Autumn by the Sea book. And this one is about 3 small town novellas. So, let's see. A collection of heartwarming small-town holiday romances. One Enchanted Christmas. Last December, author Marin Grant went on a magical date with her book's cover model, Colin Renwick. Fast forward 1 year, with a looming deadline, Marin is desperate to recapture her creative spark. Then she remembers Colin's invitation to visit his family's farm in Iowa. Drew Renwick never planned to move and take over the farm, but he spent too many years watching his siblings unravel, including Colin. When Marin lands on his doorstep, he realizes she may be the key to coaxing his brother home. Okay, so that's one of them. And then the next one is One Enchanted Eve. As a Denver Culinary Institute student, Colin Renwick is out to embark on a new career path. Guys, should I continue to read these, or is it going to ruin the previous book? Okay, I think I'm just going to list what the little novellas are within each one. So the first one is called One Enchanted Christmas. The second one in this little collection is One Enchanted Eve. And the next one is One Enchanted Noel. So yeah, I'm not going to read the description for all 3 of those because it kind of sounded like it might ruin the previous ones, you know, within this collection. They're all Enchanted A Christmas Collection. So if you don't want to go and like read the descriptions for the second book and the third book, I probably wouldn't, because like I said, it sounded like it was going to ruin the first one in this collection. Guys, this is my whole TBR book rec for winter Christmas. I hope it wasn't too jumbled. This took a lot of planning and a lot of organizing, and I was trying to do it in the most efficient way. I hope it turns out, and I really hope y'all love this. I can't wait to pick some of these out, read them this season, and then report back and let y'all know what I think. If you've read any of these, please let me know and the others know below what you thought. And if any of these sound good to you, please let me know, and maybe I can better read some of them with y'all. Just hit me up in the comments. I love chatting with everyone. I love y'all so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.